Guys, Brian Quintero here from brianqblog.wordpress.com. Go there for the articles, go over there for the videos such as these, but stay there for the conversation that you and I get to have about video games, sports, wrestling, movies, whatever it is that I decide to post up. Mostly video games though. And that's what this is. This is a recap. Oh, let me stand over here. This is a recap of what I've been posting during the week and some newsworthy things that I feel are newsworthy that I haven't posted during the week. So, without further ado, let's get into number one. Thanks, Hogan. Number one, PlayStation Plus coming out in May. Every month, PlayStation Plus. If you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you get free games. So this is just a little routinely thing once a month. What is coming out for the month ahead? So for May, the PlayStation 4 is getting Octodad, Dadliest Catch, which is a really funny game, and actually pretty fun game if you get to play around with it. It's a physics game mostly. You control a giant, not a giant, but a human-sized octopus, and you control his limbs, and funny stuff happens. And for the PlayStation 3, you get Ni no Kuni. There's another game, but go ahead and read the article for the more detailed version of the list, which includes the PS Vita and the other game for the PlayStation 3. Sorry, I had a bad throat. And like the shirt, it's for Easter. No one really liked it, though. I might not wear it again. But yeah, PlayStation 4, sorry about the light. PlayStation 4 is getting Octodad. I'm excited for it, man. I played it a little bit at a couple like GameStops around the mall. It's very fun. Check it out. It's free. Can't hurt you. And yeah, PlayStation 3 gets Ni no Kuni, which is it's a very good game. I dug it. I'm not a big JRPG fan, for those who don't know, Japanese RPGs, which is very Final Fantasy-ish kind of thing. The combat's a little more my style, though. It's very Pokemon-ish, where you actually get to kind of play as the character fighting instead of just doing turn-based where you hit a button and you just watch what unfolds. You actually get to kind of do a little bit more participation in this. But yeah, Ni no Kuni, story about a little boy, his mother's sick, and how he escapes into this fantasy world to escape his problems and whatnot, and very anime-ish. If you know the studio Ghibli, one of those two, if you've ever seen one of their works, those are the guys who produced the game, and it's pretty much along the lines of those kind of works. I don't remember the movies that they made off the top of my hand, but Spirit in the Wind, I think, or Spirited Away is one of them. But yeah, it's very anime-ish. If you don't like it, there's another game on there. Again, check the article for more information. All right. Number two, brothers, is my Raid 2 Berendal review. And like I said in the review, very good movie. Really good action movie. The Raid 2, if you don't know, is a sequel to the first Raid, obviously, where it's about Indonesian policemen. Well, the first one was about Indonesian SWAT force going into a building, climbing the building, beating up the top drug lord, and trying to leave with everyone intact. Obviously, that doesn't have to happen. Won't spoil it for you, but a lot of death happens, a lot of fighting. The sequel sees the main character from the first film, Rana, and he's pretty much going into undercover with the mob to pretty much stake out all the false cops or the corrupt cops in the mafia. So he's doing that. It's a longer movie, I think about half an hour longer. It's much more dramatic. There's much more story involved. Unlike in the first film where it was very straight to the point. You know, you go into the building, beat the bad guys up, try to leave. In this one, there's a lot more plot, a lot more drama. And so the first half of the film can kind of feel kind of slow. But if you stick with it, you'll be attributed to one of the best fight scenes. It's martial arts. If you're a martial art fan, owe it to yourself to check this out. Fighting fans, action fans, cop drama fans, go check it out. You'll like it. It is subtitled. It's not in the English language, so that might be a put off for you. But I do still highly suggest to go watch it. If you've seen Captain America 5 times like I have, this is a great way to just pass 2.5 hours of your time. But it's very, very good, and I do recommend it highly. And here we go. Number three, guys, is that I can just double check what that is. Pardon me, give me a sec. I forget what I always write about. Well, we have the, I don't know if I said this in my last video, but they've announced the release date for The Last of Us DLC Remastered. It's coming out June 20th, which is about a couple days off from the original release date of The Last of Us, which was June 14th. The Last of Us, if you haven't read the article, or if I haven't put it in the video, I gotta check, is a post-apocalyptic survival game, made from Naughty Dog, the guys who made Uncharted, and very great game. I'm sure you've heard of it. I know you've heard of it. I've even got a comment saying how much a person is actually anticipating this game. If you haven't played it on PlayStation 3, if you've got it like an Xbox 360 and switched to the PS4, this is a great game to get. It will be $39.99, $40. You can pre-order it now if you'd like, and it comes with all the DLC that came out for the PlayStation 3 version, which is all the multiplayer maps and the DLC Left Behind, which was the story DLC. Very good stuff there, and you can't go wrong with it. Yeah, again, Game of the Year award winner, numerous Game of the Year award winners, and it's overall just a great game. I actually want to ask you guys this: if you've beaten the game, will you play it again? And I've beaten the game. I love the game, but I'm not going to play it right away. And I'm going to give it some time. I haven't played it. I haven't touched it. I haven't even touched the multiplayer since I beat it, which was about maybe last time, maybe in September. And for those who haven't played it, it's a very hard game. Not hard game in the sense that it's difficult, but hard game in the sense that it's very emotional. And sorry, I'm getting choked up right now. No, I'm not. It's hard in the sense that it's very emotional. It's very. See, I can't really go into it without spoiling it, but it's just really it tugs on the heartstrings a bit. And it's one of those things where it's like watching. Yeah, I'll say this. It's like watching Schindler's List. Where Schindler's List is a great movie. It's a freaking great movie. But I'm not watching it again. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching it. I can't just be like, hey, man, what are you doing? No, I'm not. I can't call up a buddy and be like, hey, you want to just, watch Schindler's List? You can't do that. You have to be in the right mood and you have to be in the right setting. And with video games, it's kind of harder because video games are kind of longer and you're more invested into it. So it's not like a 2-hour experience where you can be like, oh, I'm sad right now. I'll pop this on. No, because with video games, it takes you a while to get to that moment, right? And you want to get to that moment. That's why you wanted to play the game. So, yeah, it's going to take me a while. What do you guys think about that emotional tale in The Last of Us? I'm not going to do a spoiler cast of it or anything like that because there's been too many out. But I want to know what you guys think. Will you be playing The Last of Us? Those who have beaten it, will you be playing The Last of Us once it comes back out for the PlayStation 4? Or if you've played it right after playing the PlayStation 3 one, if you've beaten it and the next week you're like, oh, I'll play this bad boy again, the story mode, not the multiplayer. Multiplayer is really fun though. Check it out. But those who haven't played the game, get it. Highly recommend it. And you can get it. You don't even need to buy the game hard copy. You can just get it streaming through the PlayStation Store. All right. Cool. Let's keep it moving, man. Do I have a sound? I don't have a soundboard for number 4, so let me just try. Sure, that'll be 4. I'm still messing around with the soundboard, man. So number 4 is the Bruce Lee pre-order DLC. If you haven't seen the trailer for it now, you don't really see too much of Bruce, but you get to see more of the game in depth, the UFC 2014 from EA. And just pretty much saying that if you pre-order the game through GameStop, I think is the only one. Well, no, you just pre-order the game in general now, I think, because Amazon's doing it and GameStop's doing it. So I'm guessing the general amount of retailers who are doing this promotion are numerous. So yeah, if you pre-order the game, you get Bruce Lee. He'll be available in, I think, 3 different weight classes. Again, if you want more in depth, go read the article. But yeah, the game is coming out sometime in June. I think it's June 14th. I could be wrong. And yeah, pretty much, it's just a pretty cool thing to have, Bruce Lee. And I don't know what his rating is, they haven't announced, but I'm sure it'll be the highest rating you can get. And I don't know, apparently they got in touch with Lee Enterprises, which is Bruce Lee's back catalog of all of his movies, all of his fighting styles, just everything Bruce Lee. So they've been using that stuff heavily to incorporate all that data into the character of Bruce Lee. So I don't know if he's going to fight any different than any of the other fighters, but something's got to be a little bit more personal about him. Maybe he'll do a sudden, like that really quick punch he does, or the voices. So yeah, we'll see that what happens on June 14th. And then last and final story. Do I have anything good for that? Jesus. Sure. Last story will be the X-Men and Spider-Man team up that I wrote about. So for those who haven't read the article, again, read the article. But it's pretty much just saying that for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie coming out in May, the X-Men Days of Future Past, at the end of the credits, I'm sorry, I should have gotten this together, but at the end of the credits for the Amazing Spider-Man, there will be a bonus scene. Similar to all the other superhero movies that you've seen, especially the Marvel movies, they've always had a scene at the very end of the credits, and that will be a little clip from X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, in the article, I detail why exactly this is happening. I'm not going to get too much into it. Just it's about contract negotiations with the director, Mark Webb. But other than that, you can read the article and figure it out. But just know that this is not a sign of the two franchises merging. We're not going to see Spider-Man in an X-Men movie. We're not going to see Wolverine with Spider-Man team up. No, we're not doing that. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Avi Arad, the CEO of Marvel, is right in saying that Spider-Man should be his own character, and that the only time that we'll ever see a Spider-Man team up with anyone else will be when they've run out of material, essentially? So what do you guys think on that quote there? Well, not quote, but a very poor paraphrasing of that, or a summary. Let me know what you think on that. But other than that, I'm really excited for both movies. Word from Europe, I think the UK, because I think they got Spider-Man out already, is that it's good, it's just a little too convoluted. And we've seen that again with Spider-Man 3, we've seen that with multiple superhero movies. And we'll just, I don't know if we're just too reminiscent to the past, that we don't like to take it for what it is, or maybe we're just over analytical, who knows. I haven't seen the movie yet, and when I do, I'll post a review. Maybe I'll do a video review because it's that big of a movie. And I'm a big Spidey fan, man, and I'm digging this. I like my boy Andrew Garfield. Although the first one was kind of whiny, I didn't dig how Uncle Ben died. Not a big fan of that. But, oh, by the way, spoiler for those who've never heard of Spider-Man. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about this whole this little clip at the end. They've gotten into detail what the clip is. I haven't posted an article about it, but it's about Mystique, and I think it's about her breaking free. So yeah, I think we get to see Havoc in there, because Havoc's really not in the movie. Although he was in the X-Men First Class, he was one of the main dudes. He's not going to be the main dude this time. So a lot of Mystique though. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That was it for me. That's all I really wrote about. Again, I try to do minimum 3 articles a week. Sometimes I do more, but I'll always do 3. Thank you guys for watching. Again, brianqblog.wordpress.com. Go there for the articles. Go there for the videos like this one. Also, stay there for the conversation that you and I get to have related about any topic I write about, or it could be something that you just feel like saying to me. Again, maybe you like my hair's long, or the shirt sucks, or why do I keep blocking this light? Or when will I actually get an actual, graphics to put on here so I can just do blah and something. I don't know. I don't know how to do that yet. I'll figure it out. Anyway, my name is Brian Quintero. Thank you so much for your time. Again, brianqblog.wordpress.com. Check it out.